Yes, Massive, we're back again for shine the spotlight on another 80s artist. And this time around we want to highlight none other than Dominic.
Lord of mercy, 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 Dominic in the party. Follow me now, Lord of mercy, 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 Dominic in the party. Come catch it, now. Bad boy a foreign, me a bad boy a foreign, yes. Bad boy a foreign, me a bad boy a foreign, yes. Bad boy a foreign, me.
Yeah, man, Dominic is an artist who me rate, man, because he never make him come from England and he might get some little forward trim white. It turn out now a little clowning out thing. Him come and immerse himself in the culture and learn the craft that him can come be one of the legend of the 80s. Because on the book of Dancehall right, Dominic name a night. Yeah, man. Well, Dominic was a journalist back in England where he used to write for a couple entertainment magazines. He took his first trip to Jamaica in 1983 to interview a couple artists, and that's where everything changed. But make him tell another story himself. Now this is a clip from Irish and Chin interviewing Dominic, where he might tell you how everything started.
Well, it basically started when I went to Jamaica in 1983, and I went amongst a crew like Volcano, Billy Boyo, John Jalors, Little John, Toyang, and I went to stay with them in Oakland Road, Kingston 11. And they give me the microphone to chat lyrics, and it was more like a joke, it's just like a little fun thing. And they had a little dance every Thursday night, the Thursday night fight, down Macquarie Lane. That was with Little John's sound system called Romantic. So I started there, and Barrington Levy heard me, and he wanted to try and get me to sing. That wasn't happening.
The singing thing wouldn't work out.
My voice flat like the road. So anyway, I had interest, went back to England, having secured a few interviews with the underground artists at the time who were Frankie Paul, Michael Palmer, people like that. Went back to Jamaica a year later. This time I'd written a few more lyrics, started DJing Soul Imperial, Kilimanjaro. It was the first big sound I ever talked on. That was in 1984. Came back to England and started DJing on Saxon, but that was just like a little early on in the dance, get a one talk off the mic or whatever. So it was kind of early days. And I then went back to Jamaica in 86. I got in some trouble with the police. I got wrongly convicted of a crime that I didn't do. And while I was sitting in jail, I sat down and I thought, well, you've got to take charge of your life, and you've got an opportunity. Go back to Jamaica and learn the craft where it really started. So I went back to Arnott Garden, which was trench town, jungle, and I was amongst people like George Pang and Peter Metro. And Peter Metro was really the person who taught me how to DJ. At that point, I'd been chatting on the mic, learned a few little tips from people like Levi and Tipperary on Saxon. But Metro actually sat me down and schooled me about the whole thing. You could have the best lyrics in the world. You could have lyrics that are intellectually superior to anyone. Pythagoras' theorem, you could be like Albert Einstein on the mic. But don't mean nothing if you're not entertaining the crowd.
Right.
And Peter told me that, and he also showed me that when you go on stage, the first 5 seconds is the most important. You've got to grab that crowd. So I'll always be grateful to Metro for teaching me that.
Yeah, man, enough history, man. Peter Metro, big up yourself. And here, man, you can see the entire interview on Irish and Chin channel, so check it out. Alright, I can move on to some performances from Dominic. This is Dominic at Sting 1988.
Dominic! The Englishman, come on!
Now, I would like to say Happy Christmas, but until Nelson Mandela is freed from jail, Ireland is given back to Irish people, and there is peace in the Middle East, there can no longer be a Happy Christmas. Love and upside. Reality, we're talking reality. Come, reality, we're talking reality. Say, reality, we're talking reality. Come, reality, we're talking reality. To me, whether Labour right or whether PMP, come live together in a one unity. Killing each other and you're dead hungry. Then things don't make the sense to me. Clean up the ghetto, make it look so pretty. Stop poor people living in poverty. Export green banana to a foreign country. Make Siaga shake hands with Michael Manley. Well listen Dominic, listen well clearly. Lyrics like these go down in history. Black people, look back in your own history. Check with the words of Marcus Garvey. Said one God, one aim and one destiny. Just the other day in New York City, a man said, would I work in Miami? Mr. $3,000, yes I agree. A little later on, he did call me. Would I work in South Africa in January? Mr. Soccer Muma, I'm gonna leave me. In me go to South Africa, me want an M3, an M1, an M2, and a hoodie. I drive both of that like reality lyrics rule every fucking time. And if you love it, just say, go on, Nick.
Hold on, Nick. Hold on, Zin. Alright, watch out now. You see them tune there? Or some tune where we like, you know, because them tune there, they lick out against apartheid and you don't know the Free Mandela movement, you see me? Because the man said the hungry way ma go to South Africa, you know, let's not give him a M3 and a Uzi, you know, make the man go kill Botha, you know, who was the president at the time. Alright, Dominic biggest tune is a thing called Who Said Dominic Favor Boy George. He might go explain how the tune come about and we just play a little clippings.
Right, well, Who Said Dominic Favor Boy George, which is probably my most famous tune, in all fairness, was built off a style by Admiral Bailey and J.C. Wells called Who Said the Admiral Teeth the Ballot Box. And I used to go and visit a DJ called Early Beat in Cockburn Pen, and his kids always used to say I look like Boy George. So I said, Who Said Dominic Favor Boy George? And I DJ'd it one night at a dance in Montego Bay, gun salute, everything. I was like, right, I better do that in the studio. So I recorded it for George Pang, but the rhythm wasn't really that hot. So I went and done it for Jammies. Immediately doing it for Jammies, I went to see George because he's probably one of my closest friends and said, listen, I've just done it for Jammies. He wasn't too happy, but our friendship's bigger than that.
Look at me sick, me no wear plug, me no use lipstick, me no fuck man butter, me no suck man dick, lip boy, you're toothpick, cover these kids. Who say them next, my boy, who say them next, my boy, the money king, the money king, the money king, come like that, the money king, come like that, for the life non-stop, go pick up and dance, and the people love that, up on the rhythm where you hear me speed rap, don't take cocaine and I don't lick no rock, in fit the dance when me sing on the shock, wake up with money buy a female and back, up on the door where you pick up knock, hear the money come from the kitchen well, when me couple of us feel like my couple of them like the time I don't believe it.
Yo, stop it, Dominic, you're too bad. Yeah, hear me? Yo, me love dancehall, it's a shame, me I tell you. Yo, alright, yeah, hear me? We're gonna move on, you know. We're gonna go over Reggae Sound Splash 1987, Dominic and Peter Metro.
Shut up business, neck it
One Dominic, man! I hear the whole England a free zone.
Boss monkeys up there, mate, and
You love Jamaica, do. Come on. Listen to Yardie, listen to Cocky, listen to Blackie, listen to Whitey, listen to Yardie, listen to Cocky, listen to Dominic and Metro Pizza. Patois is a language from Jamaican, but in England them talk in a different fashion. Don't listen to Dominic as the true white man. Don't listen to Dominic with the English grammar.
Sweet's not yet, what's the situation? Alright, Harry mate, have you been here long?
First time we take a plane and go to England. Go now, who took we down and that's a two white man. When them chat to Mr. Metro, we don't understand. A beer cotton, me think a twang, never.
Come in the car, come and have a coupling. We'll take Burke's motor, Arizona stick. Now what first come to you? We don't almost a year that me there Jamaica. When me land the gal one fi me mugger Scotcha. Now me get big and broad as an entertainer. Gal them a rush me like Julius Caesar. Massage me back, tickle me finger, lick
out my ears and she started to whisper, please Dominica, will you be my lover? Every Wednesday night say me go Metro Media, Ashman, Zuzu and Sky use a selector, picking chest daddy blue the one Metro Peter. Me a drop it on jammy superpower. We stole my wow and the one called Naya. I'm a roll and little to jump in the area. Tear up Miami in the place called Florida. When me touch a stage, Lord of God, it was murder. Barry G started to shake and shiver. Mash up Connecticut, was a earth tremor. Language shining down the one-way Palmer. Washington DC with downbeat high power. When me touch a stage, everyone catch a fire. Circle the melodic back, cause my son got a verb. Listen, Willow.
My boy, man, I mean, let him go.
Yo, we nah itching now, we are go back over Sting 1988.
Now, mother skeleton, I am a mother skeleton. 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 Now me long busy peace, long busy peace, long busy peace down in other Middle East. Long busy peace, long busy peace, long busy peace down in other Middle East. It's a sign of the devil, it's a mark of the beast. Human life now what nothing, come like it cheap. Shiite Muslim, them a long busy peace. Alongside them a war down in other Middle East. Ayatollah come and go on like him speak. Yasser Arafat will come long to speak. Say the PLO, a long busy peace. You read about it in the papers this week. Well, in their Beirut, it's going to be bleak. At night time, the people say they just can't sleep. Gunshot and fire up and down the street. Uncle Sam, him a watch, wings and a peep. Little later on, sent down a backup fleet. But the US hostage, feel it so deep. People back home say they started to weep. Iran and Iraq come to give us a treat. 10 years longer to them just to do it. But listen, Dominic, say me well unique. Come in long pissy peace, long pissy peace, long pissy peace down in other.
Stop it, man, stop it. Yeah, hear me? Dominic, you're full of lyrics. Zane? Alright, here we go on now. After a while, thing kind of slow down and Dominic go back to England and, you don't know slow down on the DJ thing and. But yeah, man, I find a little clip in with him where him just remind them back, who was Dominic. So, I could take in that little piece, yeah. Pull up. Yeah, man, the white veteran, one of our legend in the dancehall, you see me? But yeah, man, massive, that was just a brief synopsis because we don't really get for go down in the details how we'd want to deal with it, but I hope the massive enjoyed still and you don't know it. Reggae Dancehall Vault highlighting Dominic.